Three players left standing at the European Darts Trophy here in Mulheim, where the world #1 Michael van Gerwen is looking very ominous indeed. The clear favourite to win a 5th European Tour title of 2015. He is one win from glory, having dropped just 3 legs in the 4 matches he's played so far. And on that evidence, it looks a very tall order for whoever comes out on top in this second semi-final. The man on the hockey right now, Michael Smith, is the defending champion. There's a strong case to be made for him. But Ian White has already seen off 2 Premier League players this weekend. James Wade in his quarter-final just a few minutes ago. A semi-finalist in Risa. He is threatening to go a long way here, and he would love to go at least one better as well. Difficult one to call. Certainly more difficult to call than the first semi-final. Michael van Gerwen was simply devastating at times. And the way he checked out with 1-8 in the final leg to clinch it 6-2 just underlines what a class act he's been over the past 2 days. It will take a very, very strong performance to stop him in the final. Will it be Smith? Will it be Ian White, Rod Harrington?
Help if I turn my mic on, I suppose, Rob. Yes, it's going to be a close call. I mean, Ian White has shown this weekend and coming into this weekend that he's upped his consistency. And Michael Smith, well, we thought he was going to go off the boil against Mervyn King, which he did, but it was only for 2 legs.
122.
So a close call. I mean, Ian White did have a little bit of luck against James Wade. The last 2 legs, Wade, he had a few darts at the double in both legs, but when given the chance, seized the opportunity. So
100.
It'd be hard, the bookmakers. I don't know what they would put this, 5 to 6 to 2. I mean, they've probably got Michael Smith, the
140.
4 to 7, 4 to 9 perhaps favourite, but certainly Ian White, if he was around about the 2 to 1, 5 to 2, then I'd see that as very good value.
100.
Well, Michael Smith won this title last year, beating Michael van Gerwen in the final 6-5.
97.
There's every chance of a repeat of that final from last year once again here in Mulheim. But Ian White should not be written off by any stretch of the imagination.
60. Michael 142.
Well, Michael Smith's going to get 6 darts. It would be to break the throw. Oh, no, wasted dart there. That could cost him a dart of the double, because it means when he comes back, he's probably going to have to go for the 25. Now, when you're playing well, the times you hit that bullseye is quite regular. Or miss the 25 altogether. So that dart, that loose dart, may cost him.
57.
You
require 67.
Action replay that was.
Yeah. Michael Smith a shade odds on, by the way, in the in-play at the moment at 10 to 11. Ian White 4 to 5. Given the match is already underway, if Ian White holds his throw here, which he has done
in the first leg, Ian White.
by finishing on the ball.
It's all down to that loose dart in the 16. By hitting the 7, cost Michael Smith that first leg and a breaker throw.
60.
Well, Michael Smith was out of the blocks very quickly against Mervyn King in that 6-2 win.
40.
Just stops in his tracks to an extent. But it's Ian White who's got the first leg of the board here. Michael Smith, though, looking to post a first 180 of the match.
Well, I know one thing, Rob. If Michael Smith does win this semi-final against Michael van Gerwen, who's ever calling, whether it's George or Russ, has certainly got to be in that game, because it's going to be one of the fastest games I think we've ever watched. We've seen some great games when Van Gerwen has played Van der Voort and what have you. But it will be electrifying fast. And you know it's going to be high quality as well.
Yeah, it went the distance, that final last year. Plenty of room here for Ian White to work with.
100. Michael 161.
Well, no need to go for this, Michael Smith, but he might as well if the opportunity presents itself. Well,
105.
Instead, he's posted 105, so it's left a 2-dart finish.
And he's done the right thing, that last dart at the 25, to guarantee himself 2 darts at the double when he comes back. That's good thinking from Michael.
100. Michael, you require 56. Game shot
Normally
in the second leg.
quite reliable on the tops, but backs it up by taking double 10.
Game on.
Well, Michael Smith just under 105 average, Ian White just under the 85 average, so he's going to have to step that up.
134.
We know he will.
Ian White started today with a very impressive win over Rabi John Rodriguez. Won that 6-3, beat Bunting yesterday 6-3. That's the other Premier League player he's overcome this weekend, having already eliminated James Wade in the quarterfinals as well. Flew out of the blocks against Rodriguez, led 5-1 at one stage, and again White just allowed Rodriguez to find a little bit of form late on to pull himself back into the match to some extent, but it was too little too late for the Austrian. Back-to-back maximums and a 12-dart finish for Ian White in the last leg of that one.
96.
Well, at least 6 darts from 189. Take a 2-1 lead for Ian White. Just needs to find a treble. Not that one though.
60.
He hasn't done so. Michael Smith here, and this is where people like Michael Smith can easily just step up and hit a 180 or a 140 and give themselves a chance in a leg where normally you'd think they were
100.
missing.
And you recall 129.
Well, an outside chance here for Ian White. Well, he's got no chance now.
43.
He's just
Michael,
a little bit
167.
scruffy, he's Ian, and that's not like him, and he's opened the door up. You don't want to do it too many times to this young man.
102. And you require 86.
And again, that's good thinking from Michael Smith. Is it the 25? He could come back with 2 darts at the double. The bullseye, 190.
Well, that leaves the ball.
41.
And that was some distance away.
Well, he hit it in the first leg, but that was a bus ride away, wasn't it?
He's hit the bullseye, so it's double 6 for a 2-1 lead.
Nicely
done, Michael Smith.
All flag Michael to throw first. Game on.
A break for a 2-1 lead. He's been very good on the doubles all week, actually. All weekend, I should say, Michael Smith. 6 from 11 against King earlier today. 6 from 9, I think, against Wes Newton.
Yeah, Ian White is nowhere near the standard he's shown all weekend.
He's had very little recovery time, Ian White, as well. Beating James Wade, and then the Van Gerwen match against Peter Wright was over fairly swiftly as well. Would Ian White have spent much time in the practice room in that time, or would he have just gone and just relaxed for a little bit?
He'd have been in the practice room, definitely.
Just to keep the arm going.
Keeping your arm going, because they are long weekends, to be fair, for the players, and you don't want to sit down and just, you know, the muscles stiffen up a little bit. You've got to keep on the move. Not only throwing, but even walking around. If you start sitting down, you start to ache a little bit.
54.
So it's not good. So just keep it on the move, whether it be throwing or just getting a bit of exercise. It is a tough day.
It's a long,
you know, the afternoon you're playing last 16, and then this evening you've got quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals, so you're playing 4 games if you make the final.
59.
Van Gerwen had the advantage as well of playing first in the last 16 earlier, so he was able to get that out of the way. Won it 6-0, of course, as well. Went back to the hotel.
Michael Smith.
Well, that's a superb
and still had time to come back and practice. Yeah, it was.
Superb check out from Michael Smith, and takes a 3-1 lead. Yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And when it works, you say, yeah, that's the best way. And when it doesn't work, you say, oh, I'd rather play second. Perhaps that's going to wake him up with a maximum. We had this argument down in, Australia with A.D. Lewis in Sydney. He actually had 17 minutes in between the semi-final and final, and said that was why, he felt a little bit tired. But then in Auckland, he went and won the tournament.
Oh, now then. 6 perfect darts for Ian White. Michael Smith may well have given up on this one already. Well, he'll hang in there.
Well, the 9 dart has been threatened quite a few times this weekend.
It's been over 2 years since we saw one. No, it's not in. 1 or 2 of the crowd thought it was in, but it's not.
59.
Phil Taylor did one in Sydney, which livened it up down there. First one in Australia.
42. And you require 82.
Yeah, that was during his semi-final win over Peter Wright in Sydney. The first since the World Series of Darts was introduced a couple of years ago. It was his 11th in a TV contest as well. The first on TV in Australia, as you say as well, Rod. Likes playing in Australia, Phil Taylor. He's had much success there.
Unbeaten, actually, in Australia.
100.
Well, a chance here for Ian White to come in and get the throw back here. He's going to have to break Smithy on 2 occasions. Let's start off with this one.
83.
When he needed a 140. The 83 really hasn't frightened Smith.
140.
Yeah, White struggling for trebles, having threatened a 9-dart finish in the last leg.
122. Might require 122.
Well, Michael Smith in a good place here to extend his lead back to 2 legs once again. That's beautifully done. Just a fraction of a whisker away from the double 12 for a 4-2 lead. Ian White still not on a finish anyway, so Smith will be back for double 12 to re-establish that 2-leg cushion.
Yes, he had a great 11-dart leg the previous one.
Michael Smith
makes it 4 legs to 2. And then hasn't really pressured the Michael Smith throw. 115 after 15 darts. He's not going to do anything, especially in a semi-final of a European event. The 11 and 12 darters, they need to be hit against the throw. The 15 darters, you can handle them with the throw.
Another sub-100 score for Ian White. Now then, Michael Smith. Oh, yes, he's found another one. At the outset of leg 7 against the throw as well. Won't be counting his chickens just yet, Michael Smith. He's been stopped in his tracks before when he's been in good positions on stage. Yeah, switches to the 19s because that first dart just pitched a little awkwardly for him.
Well, that was his first 180 in this match, which is unusual.
Yeah.
Taking him to leg 7.
Oh, White is really struggling to land any significant punches here.
100.
Smith just chips away another 100 off the score.
Yes, I don't know if it's a long day, it's just dulled Ian White a little bit, but certainly he's nowhere near the standard he has been for
60
this weekend.
125.
Just not there, is it?
Bull. No. No need for flamboyance here.
105.
Well, Smith has been very effective on his doubles by and large this weekend. And once again he finds double 10. And it looks as though it's about to come to an end for Ian White, barring something fairly special and fairly spectacular. He needs to win the next 4 legs, and there's very little sign that he's going to do that. He just seems to have fallen by the wayside, and it looks as though we are on course for a repeat of last year's final. The number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, the world number 1 against the defending champion. It's on the cards.
Yes, Ian White, Rob, as you say, I mean, an 85 average is just not good enough in the semi-final. And as I said, I don't know whether he's a little bit tired. The long day, the long weekend has finally got to him. There we have it.
This is boosting his average, though. Needs a lot more of those, though. If he salvages this leg. Well, doesn't want another one.
No, look at the 15s here.
135.
25, which left him 36, just in case he hit the bullseye. He knew that he was going to come back, whatever Michael Smith had hit.
100. The area record 46.
So this to extend the contest.
And
that's exactly what he's done.
It's ironic, that's his second 11-dart leg in throw.
What
What he's done, both of them, that one was against the throw, the previous one was with the throw. So the 11-darter is really worked well. Now hold on to your throw strongly, and all of a sudden you're back in the game.
Well, there's all of a sudden a very, very different complexion on this one. 181.80s.
57.
I've had a fair few this afternoon. Now then.
140.
Well, that'll do.
Yeah, and I can assure you, Peter, Ian White is not worried about a 9-dart leg. All he's interested in is winning the leg.
93.
Well, Smith might just be feeling a little bit jittery here. Suffering the break. White looking good to hold as well. Bang on cue, straight into the 5s.
85.
But he's recovered well there, and he has a nice cushion hit. No, but that cushion has just been deflated a little bit. Smith's still not on a finish, but just giving Ian White something to think about here. Well, that leaves tops, so he's strongly fancied now to make it 5-4.
131.
Great 6 darts, but they could be wasted. If I was Ian White, if he hits this double top, that's exactly what I would have wanted.
Oh, that's very awkward indeed. Well,
25.
wouldn't you just believe that? Michael Smith surely couldn't have expected this opportunity to be presented to him, but that's exactly what's happened, and he's made the most of it as well. Ian White just threatening there to get back into contention, but a slip up as he went for tops, gifting an opportunity to Michael Smith, and it's the number 2 seed who goes through, the defending champion, on course to retain his title at the European Darts Trophy. What a final we have in store tonight. The number 1 seed Michael van Gerwen, the world number 1, against the defending champion. It's the bully boy against the green machine. Don't go anywhere for that. Elmer Polka allowing Smith to get off stage and get ready for the final. We'll be hearing from him, win or lose, after that final later. But we are now just one match away from finding out who will be crowned the European Darts Trophy champion for 2015. Will Michael van Gerwen win his 5th European Tour title of the calendar year, or will Michael Smith defend his crown? You'll find out soon enough. Stay with us here in Mulheim.
Michael Smith sich jetzt noch mal vorbereiten möchte auf das Finale.